Vasco managed to secure a draw practically in the last second against Independiente Medellín in the first leg of the Sudamericana playoffs, a match played in Colombia. Yeah, Vasco used the starting lineup chosen by new coach Pedro Emanuel, who was in charge for his second match after losing the first to Vitoria. It was a match where Vasco was quite inconsistent. They started well, had the best chances, but conceded a goal towards the end of the first half. A quick transition behind Puma, and Barros also couldn't get into the box to finish his marking, so Vasco went into halftime losing the match. At the start of the second half, Vasco quickly managed to equalize the match with an own goal after a good play by Andres Gomez and Cuiabano, who were Vasco's main weapons in this match. The left side worked much better than the right side with Puma and Adson, who were well below expectations. So Vasco managed to find through that play, Cuiabano went to the end line, crossed it back, and the defender of the opposing team pushed it into his own net, equalizing the match. The problem was that after that, Vasco fell back in the match. Vasco was better than Independiente Medellín throughout the first half. And also in that short period of time in the second half, they controlled the game, so Vasco was better. And with the equalizing goal, Vasco fell back, invited Medellín into their half, and that's how the second goal for the Colombian team came about. A strange scramble in the box. The ball falls to the player, who, by the way, was Montanja, the scorer of the Colombian team's first goal. He shoots. The ball seemed like it was going out. Cuesta tries to clear it and ends up pushing it into his own net, guarded by Leo Jardim, with no chance for the goalkeeper. And then the match seems to be over for Vasco. Vasco lowered the intensity a bit, created fewer chances, made a lot of mistakes. Both teams made a lot of mistakes in the match. The Colombian team also made very simple mistakes. So Vasco seemed like they were already accepting the result, would bring the 1-goal defeat back to Rio to try to turn things around next week. But then a good play by Cuiabano on the left. He crosses to the middle, finds Spinelli, who had come on for Brenner. Once again, Spinelli shows up well in the Sudamericana, scoring his goals, and then Vasco manages to get the equalizer. Vasco's performance may even have been better than in the match against Vitoria, a team that managed to create a little more offensively, right? But Vasco's performance is still very weak. It's not solid. Vasco fluctuates a lot, and in this match, it was really like that. They had a lot of ups and downs, right? Even though those good moments are still not what the fans expect. But overall, the 2-2 draw was a fair result, and Vasco has every chance to turn it around, win here in Rio, and move on to the next round to face Olimpia in the round of 16. Vasco has already faced Olimpia twice in this competition, in the group stage, winning one and losing the other. So next week on Wednesday at 7 in the evening, Vasco will host Independiente Medellín at São Januario, aiming to qualify for the round of 16. And you can follow Vasco's weekly news here on Lance with me, and